I give you the Taysom Hill hack for week 12. Yes, if you own Taysom Hill, you still might be able to start him at tight end for week 12 on. I'm going to tell you how right now.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty! Take a lap. Okay, this is quite interesting. ESPN released an article explaining the frequently asked questions surrounding Taysom Hill entering week 12. So we all started him right on the Fantasy Football Show because you heard it here. We started Taysom Hill at tight end, playing quarterback for the Saints, and he blew up and single-handedly won a lot of fantasy owners their weeks in week 11. Now we're headed into week 12, and everybody's like out of their mind. Where's my megaphone? ESPN, please take away Taysom Hill's tight end eligibility. Because no one likes when someone is smart enough to outthink the entire league. So ESPN rips away the tight end eligibility. But what a lot of people don't realize walking into week 12, just like when you put a guy on IR and he comes off IR, you're locked into not making any roster moves, no add drop moves until you correct your improper IR designation. That means you got to lift like Mostert up from IR into your lineup and then drop somebody in order to make a lineup move to make an add drop. Same thing here with Taysom Hill in your tight end spot. If you already have Taysom Hill in your tight end spot and you don't have any buys, you don't have any injuries you got to worry about, and this week's uniquely set up to where a lot of people that had all of their players in their lineup last week will have the same players this week, given the no-buy situation and everything. It's set up beautifully for anybody that doesn't need to tweak their roster. So you will look on your ESPN lineup, like I am in the Throne League right here, and you will see that Taysom Hill is designated as a QB only, but he's still in my tight end spot. And if I don't make a move, Taysom Hill gets quarterback points for me in the tight end spot. Now, your league commissioner might step on that and remove him, and that will trigger you not being able to put Taysom Hill back into your lineup. That I can't control. If you have minimum and maximum QB requirements, they may trigger an illegal lineup saying now you have X amount of tight ends and you have to drop one. That could take this out of the equation for you. But if your lineup looks good now, Taysom Hill's in there at tight end as a quarterback, designated only as a quarterback, like having somebody in the IR spot that you shouldn't.
Game on.
Until you need to make a move. They force you to correct your IR spot situation if it's off base by locking you down on your moves. What do you do? Does your commissioner override you? Does the league vote on it? This is going to become a big mess because ESPN tried to flip it, and now it's going to create the same amount of problems that they're trying to get away and brush under the rug, and it's going to make for a madness in week 12. Let me know if this works for you in the comments. Let me know if your commissioner is going to allow it. Now, I didn't do this, but my follower Manny, he asked ESPN, what if I leave him in my lineup and there's no commissioner involvement? And they said you will still score points at the tight end spot for Taysom Hill if you don't move him out. This is the text message right here from Manny that he forwarded to me after he talked to ESPN. Apparently, if you set your lineup and did everything you need to do prior to yesterday, you could have locked Taysom Hill in for the remainder of your fantasy football playoffs. Now, will ESPN come in week 13 and bump him out somehow and have an empty tight end spot? I don't know. They could make this worse, but all I know is as of right now, this is a hack. An ESPN Taysom Hill hack for week 12, potentially week 12 on, and it could cause drama in your league. It could break up your league. It could win you your league. Enjoy. Subscribe, follow, tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell everybody. Find me at Smitty1 right here anytime you get lost. HeySmitty.com to order a phone call. SleeperU.com for my rankings. And comment below with what's going on with Taysom Hill and all of this in your league. Comment below.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty!